Here's a comprehensive list of all of the reports that you should be creating and analyzing to prepare for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaigns this year. That's right, we've organized dozens of reports into 5 major categories. So first up, if you're reviewing Black Friday, Cyber Monday reports, you've got to have your foundational reports where you're looking at top creatives or top copy. Then you've got to have comparative reports where you're looking at the differences between things like your formats, your creators and influencers, or the messaging you're using. Then you've got your deep dive reports for understanding things like your top hooks or maybe your promotional timing. Then for more nitty-gritty stuff, you've got benchmark reporting where you're looking at specific thresholds you want to hit. And then lastly, if you want to get really technical, you can start identifying specific winning elements or maybe platform performance. Anyway, we provided all of those for you in the description if you want to take a look at them and make sure that they're on your reporting list this year. For this video, I'm going to be using Motion and looking at 5 different reports. And if you're not using Motion yet, feel free to test it out. We've got the link for you in the description. First, you're going to want to build out 3 foundational reports. Start with your top creative spenders, your top copy performance, and your top landing page performance. You can do all of that inside of Motion. And here's what a top creative spender report looks like. This shows you everything that you're burning budget on during your sale period. And most marketers tend to forget that they're actually running both their new seasonal ads and their older evergreen ads are still running. So if that's happening simultaneously, and you might actually discover that during the holiday, your regular old Advantage Plus catalog ads from like 6 months ago that you launched are actually quietly crushing your new Black Friday videos. And that's what a report like this is going to show you. Next, you should have your comparative reports. Here's where you're going to be able to compare different formats. So things like image versus video or carousel versus GIF. And you can look at things like Black Friday versus your evergreen ads or creator and influencer comparisons. You can also look at messaging comparison, things like your value messaging versus your promotional messaging. You can also look at audience demographics and do those comparisons. There's truly so much that you can do with comparative reports. It absolutely needs to be part of your analysis for a Black Friday campaign reporting. And I think what I want to show you is when you're looking at creative format comparisons like this, our demonstration data shows that static ads had better conversion rates, but videos had more scale. And actually it's a good demo because last year, Connor Rolane from Hexclad used a similar report to discover that his Black Friday ads had 4 to 5 times the spend at the same efficiency as his evergreen content. So it's not just about conversions, it's about which ads for him could handle the budget that he wanted to throw at them. These are the kinds of questions you want to answer with your comparative reports. After you've done those, you can start taking a deeper dive into reports for analyzing specific metrics. So maybe you'll want to look at all your different hooks filtered by performance, or maybe some video specific analysis. And you can even pour over your promotional timing, so early versus late holiday messaging. Here's what a top hooks report filtered by thumb stop rate threshold looks like. It shows what was actually capturing attention during all that chaos of Black Friday when everyone was screaming about sales. You can set your threshold here and see which hooks are cutting through the noise. So for larger, more mature growth marketing teams, benchmarking reports can be critical because your normal benchmarks that you're using during the rest of the year are kind of useless during Black Friday holidays. As competition is probably like 3 times higher, your CPMs are obviously going to be higher, so you'll need different Black Friday, Cyber Monday benchmarks and holiday specific conversion benchmarks, and maybe even format specific efficiency benchmarks like your thumb stop rate. And here's actually what that could look like. This comes in handy because your creative team is definitely going to be needing more specific and realistic goals to go after during this insane period. So instead of the usual industry benchmarks, you've got something new. Okay, and finally, if you want to get very nitty-gritty, you're going to want to build some advanced reports. So likely you'll want to review reports where you're analyzing winning creative elements or different budget allocations, your different messaging sequences, your platform specific performance, and maybe even specific product line performance. And most of these are going to use a feature inside of Motion called tagging, which works like this. If we wanted to build a report for analyzing a winning creative element, for example, we'd tag maybe specific hooks or maybe visual elements or messaging approaches to identify what actually drives performance. And so for sure, this level of granularity is getting very much into the weeds, but for serious growth marketers and creative strategists, it helps you replicate winners instead of just guessing. Whew. Okay, that was a lot, but hey, look, you gotta be thorough if you want to get better at paid social. And if there are any other reports that you want help building out, let us know in the comments. We hope this was helpful, and good luck to you this Black Friday and Cyber Monday holiday.